Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Antoinette Thompson, intuitive healer and author of Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle. And I'm back with you today, and it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been doing a lot of face-to-face sessions, healing sessions, and also readings at my new place of work in Penrith at Mysteries. So I've been really busy doing more face-to-face, which doesn't give me that much time to be on the net and to do videos, but I wanted to come back and do a video for the energy update for October and also the card of the month for October. How is everyone going? We're now starting the last quarter of 2022, so it's almost like we're sort of like at the finish line, but we're not at the finish line of this year. So there's still another 3 months, still a lot of time for healing and transformation. And September was a very big month for closing cycles and completions and endings, and actually looking at how far we've come and how content we are, or how discontented we are with how far we've come, or how far we've traveled, or why we haven't traveled that far, what is blocking us. And also Mercury retrograde gave us the opportunity for us to revisit relationships, past traumas, past pain, and to just evaluate and reflect. And I know that in my personal face-to-face sessions with people, a lot of people are coming to a crossroads and wanting guidance as to how they are going to move forward, knowing that September was around that energy of completion and endings, and evaluating relationships and careers and their health and which way forward. And I came across a lot of people that had a lot of uncertainty and insecurity and just feeling of being lost because they were grieving perhaps old relationships that had closed or ended, old karmic cycles that had closed, and now not knowing, being in this void of not knowing what's coming. So we did a lot of energy cord cutting, we did a lot of clearing, a lot of past life clearing. All of those things came up in September. So now as we move into October, as I tuned in to October and asked for guidance around the energy and asked for some words, some underlying themes came through. And some of these themes I'm going to share with you now. And the first statement that came through was, find your balance in your polarities and believe in new opportunities. So we've just gone through the equinox. We are in Libra energy. We're in Libra season, which continues through October, through towards the 22nd of October. And then we have a partial solar eclipse on October 25, which is always, eclipses are always known for erratic, transformational, high intense energies. So we're really being called in this season of Libra and through the equinox to use the energy to find where we balance, find our equilibrium, find our harmony. And also that leads us to see where we don't have harmony and where we don't have balance. So those energies will continue because we're being called to look at finding our peace before the eclipse season comes on, so we don't actually feel that uncertainty and that instability and that anxiety that always comes with eclipse seasons. So we have new opportunities and unexpected expansion. We've gone through and we're going through, and we continue to go through a deep cleansing and clearing, like a death and a rebirth, and it's happening simultaneously as such, like in the closing and then in the new beginnings. So we're being called to really connect with our belief and our faith and our hope. And I received the information about to be particularly aware of our root chakras and our crown chakras, because the root chakra is our grounding chakra and is our stability and our strength and our physical strength and our security. And then the crown is where we hold our connection to the divine and the connection to light, to source, to divine, God, whatever you wish to call it. So we're also looking at our crown chakra in allowing the light to come through and having the belief and the hope in what is coming forward and what can happen in the future. And also the energy of October will also bring with it a little bit of reflection and the need to go inwards. With the 7 energy of October 2022 in numerology comes the spirituality and the introspection and the reflection and the meditation. So to spend time with oneself and to actually open ourselves up to all these new opportunities and blessings that are coming in through the 1 energy on October. And also shifting, looking at and really evaluating how our perception have shifted, how our perception of old belief systems, how we've released them, how we've closed them, and now to take into account how we're going to use our new belief systems to open ourselves up to possible opportunities. So also they mentioned about polarities. So, you know, when we talk about the yin and the yang and the dark versus the light, the challenge versus the opportunity, the being stuck, the fear versus the willingness to step out of our comfort zone. So that's all polarities, and knowing that we need to find a balance between the two, and both are needed. So there's a need for us to reconcile our polarities and find our 0 point, because from there we are ready to see, we are ready to receive new opportunities with grace and ease rather than with challenge and fear and anxiety. So that's a bit of a wrap up of the underlying themes that came through for October, the themes that will come up for you and for the collective. Whatever we experience individually, we also experience on a collective level. So take those in mind and reflect on them. And as October progresses, we'll see some of those things coming up in our personal lives, in our relationships, and in our work environments, and in our careers and our health and our family environments. Now I'm going to move on to the card of the month. So the card of the month is from my Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle. And the card of the month is Believe. And it always strikes me because I actually pulled this card out back in January when I did the calendar, the month by month calendar readings for 2022. And I always have a little bit of a giggle at the synchronicity when I go back to see what the card of the month that I pulled out back in January is. And here we go with this card for this month: Belief. To believe. Believe and you will never lose your way. So it's very interesting how this card has come up, because again, I mentioned before about how far have we traveled, and this card has a very strong traveling theme, you know, the start and the finish, and also the synchronicity with the theme about the root chakra and the crown chakra. So, you know, we can say the start sign is red, so it's relating to the root chakra. And then we have the finish line in violet, which is relating to the crown chakra. So it's interesting how this card came out back in January for the energy of October as being the card of the month for October. So again, we're being called to look at how far we've traveled, how much we've traveled, and if we haven't traveled, why have we taken 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, and then 4 steps back? Or why have we gone forward and then there's a curveball and perhaps we've pushed through it, but then sometimes we go backwards? And these are all terms, backwards, forwards, you know, these are all terms that we use in society, but of course, you know, use it for your own interpretation and what it means for you. So we look at, if we have not traveled as far as we wanted to travel, what is holding us back? What is holding us back from traveling forward? Do we still have some loose ends to tie up? Are we still holding on to energetic cords that no longer serve our purpose? Are we still in the grieving process of that death? And are we not ready yet for that rebirth? Because as we all know, the spiritual journey is a journey to self, and the journey is not a straight line at all. And when we, ding ding, I think we got confirmation in that. So belief starts in the root chakra, and if we don't have belief in ourselves or we don't have belief in our purpose, we often are unstable and insecure, and that shows up as energy in our root chakra. So if we believe in ourselves, and if we believe in destiny, and if we have the trust of surrender and flow, and I'm getting all these beautiful sounds in the background as confirmation. I'll just turn that off, so excuse me for a second. So when we talk about belief, we talk about stability, and we talk about a strong grounding, a strong connection to Mother Nature. So we may be experiencing a little bit of instability and insecurity from all of these changes that have occurred throughout the year, but especially since August, and the new light codes coming in, and the transformation coming in, and us embodying and integrating those light codes. So our old belief systems are transforming into new perspectives, which allow us to move and to grow and to transform. And if we're not quite into that stage yet, we still might be feeling a lot of grief, and we still might be in a place of void, not knowing how we're going to move forward. And that's perfectly fine. And we have to go through that process. And then that's when, the image in the card comes up, because our journey is not a straight line, and the universe sends us curveballs, sends us bumpy roads, sends us swings, and sometimes we spring back into our old patterns, we spring back into our belief systems, what we know, because that's our comfort zone, and that's where we're cozy and warm, and we feel safe. But then we get pushed again. The universe will send us another opportunity to push ourselves forward again. It's interesting because I feel like everything is happening simultaneously, in that, the start and the finish is happening not separate of each other, but actually simultaneously. And then we look at the crown chakra, which is our direct connection to the divine, to the light, to source. And that's where we hold our hope and our purpose. And if we are having challenges in our life that are making us not believe, that are telling us, wrong way, go back, wrong way, go back, don't go this way, go that way, or think of this, or reflect on this, we often can lose that connection with our higher selves and that connection with the light. And that's where we get our energy from, and our purpose from, and our higher purpose, and our hope, and our faith, and our belief. So it's really fitting, and I love the synchronicity that, the card is start and finish, root chakra, crown chakra, and everything in between. There's a constant flow between start to finish, earth and the divine, birth to rebirth, death to rebirth. They're all cycles, and they're also very much polarities, like light and shadow, challenge and opportunity. And often it's the perspective within us, or our belief systems, that help us to understand what that polarity is, and ultimately to accept and to find unity in that polarity rather than separation. And society teaches us separation, black, white. There's separation in everything, that the divine is separate to us, that the light is separate to us. But when we come to an understanding that we can find reconciliation between the polarities, and actually accept the unity, not the separation, then we can actually come to a place of reconciliation within ourselves. And that foundation will be a whole lot stronger for us to be able to see and receive new opportunities with grace. So I'm going to close up with a final message that I channeled. I hope the image that this card brings you, and as I always say, if you're watching this video and looking at the image, please take some time to reflect. Please take some time to actually go within and ask yourself, how is this image sitting within you? Is it triggering something within you? Is it making you feel uncomfortable? Are you feeling that you haven't traveled that far this year? And if so, again, why? And ask yourself these questions and reflect on the images and the messages that are coming through, and use your own intuition to channel your own messages, because we all have that ability. The final message that I'm going to give for October, I'm going to read it out because it's like everything, it's all channeled, and I'm going to just read it out for you now. The spiritual journey is a journey of self and to self. From bottom to top, from top to bottom. Integrating all the polarities, accepting our duality. Balance is where there is no separation, only unity. And I love how beautifully that channeled message fits in with the card of the month, because you can see the spiritual journey is a journey of self and to self, from bottom to top, from top to bottom, integrating all the polarities and accepting our duality, that we are both, we are all one. And the balance is where there is no separation, only unity. I thank you all for watching this video. I hope that these channeled messages are able to guide and support you during the energies of October. You can visit my blog. I will write a detailed blog there for the energies of October and some more channeled messages. You can visit my blog at www.antoinettethomson.com. As always, you can have a look also on my website if you are in need of support and guidance in navigating these energies. Please check out my services. And also, you will also see on my website that you can purchase my deck, which is available for immediate delivery, Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle. I wish you all a beautiful October, beautiful souls. I hope that it brings you many, many blessings and new opportunities, and a feeling of excitement for what is coming, and a feeling of satisfaction and contentment with how far you've come, and most of all, compassion with yourself. I send you all peace, love and light, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Much love. And I forgot to mention about our special announcement, our monthly intuitive guidance and energy updates and personal readings that I actually do with my beautiful soul sister Kaya from Heart to Heart. So this month in October, on October the 2nd, we will be doing our first Instagram live. So we're swapping from Facebook over to Instagram. New beginnings, new expansion, new opportunities for us to do our live on Instagram rather than Facebook. So for those of you that watch us on Facebook, please come and join us on Instagram. It will be on my page at Antoinette_M_Thompson. And I will be joined by the beautiful Kaya, and we will do our virtual live event, our intuitive guidance, energy update and personal readings. So you can go on to also my website or our Facebook pages or our Instagram pages for more details about that. That is on October the 2nd at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. We have a time change, so please make sure you check the times in your country of origin. And I believe it's 10 a.m. Paris time. So we would love you to join us there on our new adventure over on Instagram.